Well, the weatherman says 21. I'm saying 24 degrees today. Barbara, my co-host, she predicted 23 today, and well, it's going to be fun to see just how it pans out. Shouldn't use pan, should I? It's almost like pandemic. Yeah. Thursday, March 26th, and today we make history. We really, really do. We're in lockdown, level 4. We are in DEFCON 4, and we want everybody to stay safe. Now, I've got to be honest with you. To all reports that I've been talking to people from all around the countryside right now, people are taking this seriously here in New Zealand, and I've got to commend you for doing that. Now, we just need to be able to work this out and work through it. We're Kiwis, right? Anyway, for everybody that's joining us, Facebook Live this morning, absolutely elated. We're joined, coming out of Vancouver, Canada, is ShoCore. Now, I'm going to be joined by, of course, Sho Murray, and a pleasant, handsome man he is as well, and Corey White. And believe me, absolutely elated to have their company this morning. So let's get right into it. Here at Galaxy, don't let it bring you down. And then we're going to go live with the boys.
Galaxy. 107fm. So do you have any regrets?
Wrong one. Oh, that's better. Love that bit at the start of this.
Hi,
Do you have
Cheryl,
any
darling.
regrets?
I love you, Cheryl.
Love
Hi,
that. I
Georgie.
really, really do. Yeah, as I say, we've been playing Devil Rock Disco for ages. I had no idea it was you guys, and we've been trying to figure out who it is so that we can do an interview with you. Can we possibly...
Was it Bonecracker that you were playing, or which tracks?
Oh, gosh, I'll have to go and have a look. Because we've got about, I think, 20 of them.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, believe me.
Hi, Moondog.
How
Hi,
did you guys
Tina from
find it?
Germany.
By sheer accident, I'm sure. I'd have to ask my
How's it going, Tina? We're in lockdown here in New
my
Zealand.
production manager, because believe me, he's the guy that...
Everything's
He's
locked
forever
down, just
working.
supermarkets open. We
Forever
all have to
working.
stay home.
So,
How you going
where you
up in
guys based
Whangarei?
where are we
Moondog?
based out of?
Yeah.
We're
city?
we're in New Zealand in the North Shore, in the North Island on the east coast of the island. I'll tell you all about it soon. We have Bonecracker, Delilah's,
Yeah.
Do What You Like, Get Up, High School Punk, Legendary Camaro, my girlfriend is, and Rudy, Steak and Chops,
he's having a bit
Two
of a
Trick
laugh.
Pony. We got a few.
Wow.
You know, so we have been playing you guys quite consistently, and literally, I was talking to Brooke, my production manager, and he was saying that he would love to be able to do an interview with you guys. It was just a matter of time, but we didn't realise it was like this. So maybe we can come back again and do an interview about that particular music as well. What do you reckon?
Absolutely, man. Anytime, for sure.
Cool. Let's go live to the desk.
Talk about it today if you want. We're game.
Okay.
We have all day.
We That's right, you're right, here we go. See, 107 FM, 16 after 11 o'clock, 20 degrees. It's sort of fluctuating, and I'm kind of hoping it's going to get a little bit better than what the weatherman's prediction. But having said that, we trash the weatherman all the time. He does a good job. He gives us at least a target to go for, but he's never right, really, is he? Anyway, you're right here at Galaxy, and today, absolutely elated to be joined by Sho Murray and Corey White from the band ShoCore coming out of Vancouver, Canada. And guys, absolutely elated to meet you. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to join us down here in the Antipodes in New Zealand.
Thanks, Grant. Thanks for having us.
Hello, New Zealand.
It is an absolute pleasure, and believe me, I feel very, very honoured and very humbled to meet you guys. I really, really am. At the same time, Corey, I kind of feel that you've been checking up on me. I know that you've been looking at a couple of interviews we've been doing in the past. So you might kind of be prepared for what we're about to say to you, but unfortunately, Sho, artist in his own right, and of course, he's with the band as well as ShoCore. He's also with the Mighty One. And we promote the Mighty One. They are actually coming to New Zealand. We're doing a deal right now where we're going to get them down here, down under, and playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Now, guys, I'm going to approach that as we go through the interview, so please keep that in the back of your mind, because we would love to have you guys perform here in New Zealand. I think we need more talent like yours coming to our shores.
Thank you, Grant. DJ, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
Given that, though, at the moment we are in surreal times. I've got to be honest with you. New Zealand has completely stopped, and we're not doing a heck of a lot except looking after each other and hoping we get through this coronavirus thing. How is it over there for you guys? Is it the same way right now?
We're not quite as locked down as you are yet. So far, it's we still have store delivery services are happening. Grocery stores are open, obviously, and liquor stores and things like that. So we're beyond essential services still, but it looks like it might go that way in the next couple of weeks, or week, if people don't start keeping the social distancing serious or taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Show you're out in the country. How's it out there?
Good. The marijuana delivery still shows up. So.
I love that. Believe me. Can you send them my way as well?
It might cost you a little bit.
Yeah, just a fraction more, but hey, it might be worth it as well. Having said that, my guys, don't let it bring you down. Tell me all about that. Give me a hint on the lyrics and everything like that. What created the song? Because believe me, absolutely love it. Especially the young lady at the start of that.
Joe, go for it.
Well, it was actually a song that we had written with a couple of friends of ours in a band in Vancouver here called Crystal Pistol. And when we were working on a new record, Corey and I had, we had just kind of picked through the song, and we realized we loved the song, and we made it our own, and it's actually my beautiful wife at the beginning of the song.
The idea was that originally for the intro of the song, Sho had the idea of using this from Zombieland, right? The original, the clip.
Yes,
he liked the clip from it, but we didn't want to get into any rights problems. So we just decided that his beautiful wife would just get up there and do that part for us.
I think, and believe me, it was the very first song I ever heard of ShoCore, and unbeknownst to me, of course, we were listening to Devil Rock Disco, and big favourites of that, and I'm going to talk about that very, very shortly, but the very first song I ever heard was Don't Let It Bring You Down, and that particular little bit right at the start caught me immediately, and it just made me want to listen to more of the music, if you know what I mean. Now, I got to be honest with you guys, it is not easy. Now, I know, having known Tim Steinrock, that Barbara, he's watching now. He is. You're supposed to be teaching, or get online and join us. Come on, guy. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I know that Tim was talking to Barbara, and that's how this all transpired, but I have no idea, literally, because Barbara and production, they work it out, then it goes to a board, the board votes on it, makes sure that it's good for our image, and then it comes to me, and I get it in data form, literally. I Bluetooth it straight through to my stereo in my car, and I go driving. Two reasons there. First reason is nobody else can influence me on whether I want to do the interview or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
Second reason is nobody wants to drive with me.
Well, I'm half Asian, so no one's safe with me either.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I hope that was alcoholic, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, it's COVID day drinking.
Cheers.
COVID day drinking time. I love that. I really, really do. I want to get out a T-shirt very, very shortly going Survivor.
Yeah. We all will, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon I'd make a fortune just in that one, little logo, Survivor. Don't need to put COVID on it.
Yeah.
I reckon I would. But having
Can you be voted? Can you be voted off your island?
can I be voted off my island? If I could have been, they would have got rid of me a long, long time ago, believe me. That's stuck with me here, unfortunately.
The world
But
has to contain.
having said that, doesn't mean to say that I don't want to leave from time to time as well. You know what I mean?
No, he's not.
Well, I hear you.
Actually.
Rest is as good as a holiday, as they say. Now, the band was founded in 2000 by both yourselves. How did that come about?
So I was in a band that was it just kind of fell apart. We were signed to Lars Ulrichs, started a label, and then the band started infighting. We kind of imploded, and just prior to that, Sho and I had been working together on a few songs in the studio, kind of writing and producing together a little bit. And the day that my band imploded, I got a call from management saying the band is done and you're out. A phone call came about an hour later, and it was Sho on the phone saying, "Hey, I just got a studio. What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I have a little time on my hands. I'm not in the band anymore." And so we actually went down to the studio that day and started writing. And the first song we wrote was Bonecracker.
I love that. I really, really do. Got to be honest with you, I didn't realise that the Devil Disco music literally was ShoCore. I had no idea. And we were talking, myself and my production team, we're talking about setting up an interview. We just got to find out who, when, where we can find this particular band. Then all of a sudden, I'm reading this information that was given to me this morning. I went, Devil Rock Disco. Really? Barbara, you excelled yourself. You really have. This is absolutely awesome. Now, guys, I'm going to actually do a very separate interview in the very near future. I'll get Barbara to set this up because, believe me, I think we need to talk about Devil Rock Disco in the very near future. But we're here for ShoCore today, and we're going to promote that. Now, guys in the band, of course, Sal, no last name, couldn't afford one. Bob Wagner, Dean Robinson, and of course Tim Steinreich, who's joining us right now live, and always a pleasure to have you with us, Tim. It really, really is. By the way, Tim, Gustavo has been trying to ring me very urgently over the last day or so. Can you give him my apologies, please? I've missed every call. I've been that busy. It's been surreal here. It really has. But please tell him to keep trying if it's that urgent. At the same time, I know it's his birthday soon, so wish him a happy birthday, either yesterday or today. So wish him a happy birthday. So at the same time, we love to be able to promote bands and everything like that, but our listeners want to know how they can get hold of you. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, guys, do you respond?
Yes, we do. We're on Instagram and Facebook, and we respond quite quickly.
You shouldn't have said that.
ShoCore_music for Instagram, and just ShoCore on Facebook.
Yeah, okay, we've got it all out there. The recipe's in the air now. Shouldn't have said that because you're going to get another 5,000 bloody Facebook fans.
Perfect.
Okay, goodbye us.
Oh, you'll be sitting there texting all day. I'm sorry. When were you going to be able to make some music? Having said that, have you got a website, and do you have a merch store on your website?
We have the merch store is up on the Instagram site and on the Facebook site. It's connected.
Yeah, well,
we don't have a standalone website. We don't have just the Instagram and the Facebook, and that connects it to the store.
Okay, well, you shouldn't have said that either. Now you're just going to get money.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You got to do something. We can't play live shows during the COVID outbreak.
Well, I've been saying to people I know exactly how this COVID is going around the world, how it's being transmitted. I think it's enfolding money. I really do. So my suggestion to the world literally is, let me know when you do this, because what you need to do is you need to take that offending, folding money, put it in a white envelope, stick it out in your letterbox, give me a call, 07323 7695. I will come and take care of it for you. I promise to dispose of it thoughtfully. I do. So,
I hear it sticks to gold as well.
yeah,
And silver.
yeah, exactly. So, bit hard getting big chunky bits of gold. You know, you might need at least a manila envelope for that one. But yes,
Yeah.
we will remove it from your property at your request anytime you ask us to. Believe me, I will make sure that we dispose of it thoughtfully for you. Yeah, just a humanitarian thing, really, isn't it?
Good Samaritan.
Yeah, exactly. That's me. I'll take care of all your paper money and your fold. Well, you know, everything, really. I'll take the lot. Now, guys, and I've got to be honest with you, I played a couple of these songs through the breakfast show, which is literally out of character for me because usually it's the little girly and little boy time when everybody's going to school and work and everything like that. It's dominated by the pop show. But this morning, you guys were our feature artist, and I played Hey Hey Rock and Roll and got a huge, huge response. Literally. Now, I know, Corey, you were listening at the time, but believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me.
What's that, sir?
700 people emailed us and wanted to know more about it, more about you and more about the band. So believe me, tell us all about Hey Hey Rock and Roll.
Rock and roll anthem, man. You can't go wrong with that. You know? It was one of those ones. Sho was working on that. We worked on it for a couple of years, actually, before we kind of came up with the whole thing. And it was in pieces and in parts. And then Sho, he worked his magic with the production and kind of pulled some things together, some stuff that we've been working on and other songs and sort of Frankensteined it into this thing. And then I came into the studio and we kind of pulled it together in sort of one shot and loved the whole idea of just the big chants and the rock and roll, and you know we haven't heard that for a while, and thought it'd be really fun to do something that was would sound good in an arena, at a hockey game, or at a rugby match, something like that. That was kind of the idea for that.
Yeah, you know our sport then, my friend. That's really, really cool.
Bringing people together. We're just trying to bring some people together, DJ Grant.
I love that. I really love that. I really, really do. So right here at Galaxy, by the way, 62 countries joining in this morning, 94 cities around the world. Nobody's got anything to do except be entertained by us, and I welcome that. I really, really do. Today,
We welcome it too.
ShoCore right here at Galaxy Live with Hey Hey!
Cheers to the world!
Rock and roll!
Hey, Rod Black, how are you?
Rod!
Yeah, look, from tomorrow, I'm not going to be doing these interviews. We're in lockdown, our whole country. I won't be able to get here.
Yeah, we have an issue
Good morning,
with
dear.
some of our equipment at the moment. We're actually
Hi,
trying
Greg,
to address
Dale.
it, but unfortunately...
Not right now? Is this on the song?
Oh no, you're fine right now. You're fine.
Okay.
Literally, we're off air for the moment.
Okay.
Rod Black's on with us.
Yeah.
Nice to have you, bro. I'm looking forward to catching up with you.
Yeah, I've
very
told him
shortly.
that all interviews are stopped as from today.
Yeah, by the way, you're the lucky last for about 2 months, guys, of the interviews.
Oh, no.
we're doing. Yeah, of course I've got to send all of our staff home. In fact, actually, we're on a pretty slim staff right now. Everybody's usually here, but, I think there's only about 4 of us here.
I'm not supposed to be here. I'm out of the region,
you're not.
so I'm going to do my part for New Zealand, and I'm going to stay home from tomorrow.
Yeah, I want you to do
So
that
I'm
as
sorry,
well.
Rod. I'll have to get back to you.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
we
so
can do this.
literally I've got to literally send all the staff home, make sure that they're with their loved ones and take care of themselves rather than here at work. So that leaves me to be able to carry the ball, if you know what I mean. So,
Wow. We're the last ones, eh? Well, maybe we could be the first ones back as well.
Well,
Do the Double Rock Disco.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I was actually heading to, especially because I do want to talk about Devil Rock Disco because we are such big fans of it here at Galaxy. You guys have done a wonderful job with that. So
Thank you.
I do want to talk to you individually about that from what we're talking about now, if you know what I mean. Because
Perfect.
this music as well is just damn good music. It's awesome music, and I think the world deserves to hear it. Let's go back to the desk.
Chop chop.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 27 away from 12 o'clock, 21 degrees, the weatherman's winning. Yeah, it's bothering actually, it really is. Thursday, March 26th, and you're here live with, of course, ShoCore, the band, coming out of Vancouver, Canada, and it's an absolute honour to be able to talk to both Sho and Corey from the band ShoCore. Now, at the same time, I know Tim Steinruck is watching us live right now on Facebook Live. You guys will get a copy of everything we do, literally. We'll do a couple of crazy photos for you, all that sort of thing. Send you off the videos. And I don't know why people would want to relive it once, you know, we've done this thing, and having another copy of it and sitting down. Having said that, we've had a couple of artists that have watched it so many times, they get a big laugh out of it, you know, I think they're sadistic, really. You know, got nothing better to do, believe me. And one of them is a very, very famous guitarist from a very, very 80s, 90s band, and him and his lovely lady, they sit there and just laugh their butts off because it was an absolutely entertaining show. It really was. So I'm very pleased about that. But, you know, there's something weird when you sit there, you've done the interview, and suddenly you see it on your device and you go, yeah, I'll watch that. And then when it's finished, go, yeah, I'll watch that. Yeah. Usually most people would put it in the bin. You know what I mean? Having said that, we'll give you a couple of crazy photos as well that you can use as wallpaper. Put it on your phones and, well, show your friends and say, you know, don't do that with Kiwis. It's not healthy.
We love the Kiwis, man.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, you guys Canadian, you might appreciate this. Around about Christmas time in McDonald's, we have a thing here called the Big Kiwi Breakfast. A couple of Canadians come in and, you know, the young lady says, would you like a Kiwi breakfast? And the first one was irate. He just lost it and says, it's illegal to eat Kiwis. Well, yeah, the other one just goes, you know, a little one. Just a little one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have the big Canadian breakfast and stuff like that. Apparently you have absolutely brilliant bacon.
Brilliant bacon, yeah, we do the back bacon.
Yep, okay. Yep, okay. Well, we could
had BLTs for dinner yesterday.
Yeah, we could give you a run for your money as well. We do bacon as well, so and we kind of like
lamb though. That's what I'm looking forward to. The lamb.
Well, now's a good time to talk about this because believe me, I think this is a perfect time. What are you doing, Barbara?
Just get me some lamb ready.
I've got some sheep for him.
It was just the look on your face. You look like one of those blow-up dolls from the sex shop.
Oh my goodness, where's this going?
Oh, that brought back memories even.
Oh my God, no.
Anyway, this is a good time to talk about this because believe me, I think it would be a great idea not only to be able to associate ShoCore here in New Zealand live on stage, but also Devil Rock music, Devil Rock disco as well. I think it would be just one heck of a lineup, literally. Now, would you consider coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences?
Of course, we'd love to come.
Oh, of course.
Now,
I was actually scheduled to come there with a different band I was playing in to head to New Zealand, but your visa laws are so strict in New Zealand it's actually a tough one to get into.
Yeah, it kind of is, right. Well, you can't get in here right now, but I tell you what, it's easier if you've got an ace in the hole. And I'm saying Barbara here, she's the manager of Aurora Entertainment. We bring bands into the country. You know what I mean? We know how to work the red tapes, the politicians, everything like that, to get you your visas, all that sort of stuff, to be able to come here and entertain us here in New Zealand. Now, when the red flags and everything all go away and we can get back down to business, we would be honoured if you would come to New Zealand, Aotearoa, which is the land of the long white cloud, and entertain us. Would you consider that?
Oh, absolutely. We'd love to. I don't know if you had a chance to check out our Instagram, it's ShoCore_music, but there's some video on there of the last live show we did here. It's pretty entertaining, I think.
Nice.
Check it out.
Nice. Do you have a tip jar on it? You got to earn $1 out of this these days.
No, we don't, actually.
You know.
Good idea, though.
Yeah, exactly. You can always name it. Tipping. Not a city in China.
Right.
Well, it isn't. It isn't. But it's a great way to be able. I mean, these days with not being able to go out and have shows, and believe me, summer's coming for you guys. It's prime time to get on stages and start entertaining people. So it's going to be rather surreal putting all of that to one side right now. A lot of the artists that we're talking to are literally having concerts online to empty stadiums, empty rooms, empty everything, and putting a tip jar on there just trying to get a few dollars. Now, I don't see that as a harmful thing to do. What do you reckon?
Well, it's hard right now because the option to do it isn't. I mean, you can't social distance if you're getting in the same room with a whole bunch of people and your crew. So that's the difficult part that I see right now is it's not kind of socially responsible in my mind. If a guy's doing stuff where it's just the main guy in a room or something like that doing his own thing, I get that. But to actually put a whole band together and crew and that takes a lot of people to put a show on. So I struggle with that in my mind, but I think that my personal feeling is that it's a bit socially irresponsible at this time.
I agree about getting together, but I'm also rather inclined to say, right now we have the technology. You can do it. Look at what we're doing right now. You can do the bits and literally mix it through a computer at the same time. Before you know it, you've actually got a band working, even if you are in separate parts of the country or the world.
Absolutely, if you could do it that way, absolutely. I thought you meant like in the same room on a stage.
No. Believe me, it is. COVID thing is far more serious than that, and we wouldn't want to endanger anybody, especially ourselves. So no, but I kind of feel that maybe if we can split screen stuff 2 ways, we might be able to do it 4 or 5 ways. Run it through a mixer, and before you know it, you're on the internet holding your very own concert. Right where you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Logistically, if it can work, I think it's a great idea.
Now, once
I'm sure me and Cole could sort something out where me and him do a couple songs like that.
Exactly. There's no harm in giving it a go, and you know what? You might, at the end of the day, make a few dollars out of it as well.
We'll just have to croon it. I'm the bone cracker, I'm the bone cracker, the gum from behind, I'm the back attacker. Something like that. We'll change it up a bit.
Yeah, are you familiar with Michael Bublé?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, well, poor guy has been banned from every country in the world. He's suffering coronavirus disease.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Had to throw one in there, I really did. Now, having said that, coming down to New Zealand, and it would be an absolute honour to have you guys grace our stages here in New Zealand. We're kind of crazy. We do a few things a little out of the norm down here in New Zealand. Are you up for a challenge, guys?
Sure, what's that?
Always.
Sure, what's that?
Oh, yes,
Okay, have you ever heard, and Tim knows about this, about a hoo-hoo grub?
No.
Okay, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. Literally, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head.
Yeah.
And what you do is you put the live body in your mouth and bite off the head. Don't eat the head is yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh boy.
Recommended lots of arm bending before, during, and after. But I tell you what,
Is it?
it's a mind-bending experience. It really, really is. And you really got to wonder about the guy that hands you a bowl of these, expecting you to at least take one of them. But we do this with every band we bring into the country. Literally, Tim knows that he's going to expect one as well. But down the bottom of the south, well, down the midway down the South Island, there's a place on the west coast called Hokitika. They have a wild foods festival down there, and we take our bands there, literally. There we kind of deep fry things that really shouldn't be deep fried.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, it's weird, you know, watching kids walking past you with a deep fried locust on a stick.
Wow.
Delicious.
Yeah, you look at it and go, yum, yeah, save the carrots.
Hey, it can't be any worse than I've played at a few county fairs in the United States, and what they walk around eating in deep fries couldn't be any worse than a deep fried caterpillar.
Well, you know something, my friend, and we call it the hoo-hoo grub is what the native name for it. Personally, here in Galaxy, we call it the peanut butter bug. But, you know, I've been down to a number of these wild foods festivals, and I've spoken to the organisers there, and I'm saying to them, let me know when you get the store where you can dip women in chocolate.
No, we've tried that.
Ooh, dunk.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's like Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean? You can't, you know, you'd just be there all day, wouldn't you? Anyway.
Well, answer me this: are these caterpillars hallucinogenic at least, or something?
No, unfortunately, they're not. They're actually.
They just
they-
taste
There's
like peanut butter.
no fries at the end.
No,
It's no fries.
the indigenous folks of New Zealand, namely the Maori, actually eat them. They still do eat them today, and they're a bit of a delicacy. We will send you video, okay? The instructional, historical documents. We'll give you copies of it, so you know I'm not pulling your leg. And believe me, you'll be thinking on the plane, we're going to go and meet that guy with the beard who wants us to eat a bug.
I've eaten worse.
We'll definitely give it a shot.
Nice.
How many tequilas do we need beforehand?
Lots and lots afterwards, maybe some during as well. Like the white worm tequila, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, just about 3 times the size of the white worm tequila.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a beast. it's a full mouthful, let's put it that way. Anyway, especially
That's the
this
most
white creamy stuff.
unbelievable.
Okay, no problem for you.
Yeah, no,
Any gagging.
I have
It's
done
huge,
many,
it's
believe me.
yuck.
It's really fun having this white squishy stuff going around in your
Not
mouth
the
at the time. You do need a drink. Having said that, we'll take you down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown, lovely little town, almost a city. It's a boutique kind of place where the A-listers from around the world go to get away from their friends. You know what I mean? Take all their mates and get away from their friends. And you never know who you might run into down there. Shania Twain, for instance, owns property down there. Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago. Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, they were all down there not too long ago. So believe me, walking down the street, you might just bump into somebody familiar, even me, which is weird.
You got a place down there?
Well, no, I'm just down there a lot, and believe me, if you bump into me down there, I'm going to throw you off a bridge.
No, you're going to make me eat a grub.
Yeah, no, believe me, you'll bring the grub back up when I throw you off a bridge. We have a thing down in Queenstown we call bungee jumping.
Yeah.
And, well, seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee.
Oh, thanks.
But we will throw you off a bridge, believe me. It's one of those must things you got to do, and a lot of fun. If not, we'll put you on the swing, throw you out over the chasm. Hopefully, you'll be in the seat when it comes back again.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. You know, we don't want to.
I did the bungee jump once here. I did it over concrete though. It was off of a crane.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not so smart.
we've got one in Auckland off the casino, the Sky Tower Casino in Auckland, where you can go up there as well. But well controlled. It's actually a couple of wires that guide you down, so everything's perfectly fine with it. It's just, well, maybe the height of it, if you know what I mean. But believe me, I've done bungees not only in Queenstown, not only off the Sky Tower, off the Harbour Bridge in Auckland, you name it, I've given it a go. Because AJ Hackett is a close friend of mine. I love the man dearly and support his sport. I really do. Having said that, as well, I'm an accomplished skydiver. So if you feel like jumping out of a perfectly good aeroplane, I can arrange it.
Wow. I tried that 2 years ago, I think it was, for the first time. And I found that the flying in the tiny little plane was scarier than the jumping out of it.
Exactly, it is. It really is. And, I'll tell you what, we'll even give Sho a parachute. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that was my next question. Do we get a parachute?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I'll
absolutely.
tell you, when I was up in that little tiny plane, I was flying over the mountains here in BC in Canada, and so there was the air difference, right? So the turbulence is, and the little plane is being driven by a guy who's like a huge biker, and he's flying the plane. I'm strapped to a guy half my size. And so this guy says, I got to lean out the thing and jump out. And I was so happy to actually jump out of the plane with the giant biker flying it. It was going up and down so high. And then I realized that it was just this little kid strapped to my back who actually controlled the parachute. I crapped my pants.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Now, guys, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No.
No.
Okay, now this is fun. It really, really is. Lots of alcohol involved before, during, and afterwards. Believe me, it's a lot of fun. And what it is a big clear plastic ball. And what we do is we put you in the ball, roll you down a hill. It's like human skittles because we get runners in front of you. Now, why I say lots of alcohol is literally when you run over people, the expressions on their faces are, it's priceless.
It sounds hilarious.
It is. It's a lot of fun. You've got to give it a couple of times, to be honest with you. And don't worry, we have a hose. We can wash out the extra liquid that may or may not be in there.
Yeah.
At the moment as well, the body spray of the day here in New Zealand is actually Dettol. So we'll make sure there's plenty of Dettol on hand as well.
It's Lysol here, but same thing.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, actually, they've been telling me down the Appalachians that stuff they've been making in the mountains is actually hand sanitizer now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the moonshine.
Yeah, yeah. Believe me, I stayed in a place called Newport, not too far away from Nashville, and I stayed there for about 9 months. These guys disappearing at night time, coming back in the daytime with these jars of clear stuff. When they said they were going to do, it was good for the car, I thought they were going to polish the car with it or some stuff like that. I didn't realise, it's bloody rocket fuel.
Oh, yeah.
It
The
is.
gas tank.
First time I tried it, bro, I tell you, tore up from the floor up. I really got it. Whew. But I tell you what, I got to be honest, I woke up with my boots on.
And that's all?
Pretty much.
Good sign.
Pretty much. Well, maybe some permanent marker for a little while, but
Right.
it happened. It really
I
did.
call that Tuesday night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, for me, it's a Thursday night, to be honest. Anyway, guys, are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Of course.
Right. Now, check this out. We're in right smack in the middle of about 3 major cities right here where we are right in Komodo. First there's a tourist Maori city called Rotorua. Then we have a fishing village called Whakatane, Maori names by the way. And then we have another city which is an export city called Tauranga. So we're kind of smack, an hour drive one way, 35, 40 minutes another, an hour and a half another way, and we're in touch with complete society. But having said that, about an hour and a half drive from where we are right here in this office is the original set to Lord of the Rings, Hobbiton.
Cool.
And we're going to
Perfect.
take you guys there. We could always destroy the place and take photos. What do you reckon?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
I want more of the second breakfast.
Yeah, me too. You know, I just don't want the hairy foots. Don't want to come away with big hairy foots. Or an orc, actually.
Or hairy toes.
Yeah, no, don't want hairy you know, it's like having hairs on the palm of your hand, isn't it?
You've got some.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same thing, but
yeah, well,
I was curious.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a genetic thing, isn't it? It's like, I was talking to a guy called Steve from the band Autograph, Steve Lynch. And,
Nice.
he said to me, Grant, can you imagine if your knees bent in the opposite direction? How unusual the cheers would be.
Yeah.
Something to think about, Steve. And believe me, a very, very close friend of ours is the band Autograph. Of course, we're talking about Jimmy Bell, Steve Lynch, Randy Rand, the whole crew. You know, we love those guys, and we love Turn Up the Radio. We need to turn it up more often. So,
Oh, great song, great band.
I saw those guys open for Kiss back in, oh my God, I don't even remember what year it was. Would have been the 80s, for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And, well, you know, I've actually worked with Kiss here in New Zealand as an engineer myself. Believe me, I've 30-odd years, almost 40 years as a studio and front-of-house engineer. Now, I can record you, I can play you live, whatever, and have worked around the world with a number of very, very famous bands over the years, including AC/DC bands like that, you know what I mean? Now, why I mentioned AC/DC is the very first and legendary singer for AC/DC, Dave Evans, is actually coming for an interview in the very near future, and don't you feel sorry for him?
I heard you talk about that this morning.
Yeah. Well, you see, a good friend of ours is Philip Rudd. He lives in Tauranga, not so far away, and of course, while you guys are here in New Zealand, we'll go to his restaurant, take in the ambience of AC/DC. What do you reckon?
Sounds perfect. Sounds fantastic.
It is
right up our alley.
It is a place to
Love the
be.
AC/DC.
It is a place to be. It really is, and filled with memorabilia across the board. And really, you can get drunk comfortably in that place. I tell you, you can. It just feels like
the sound of that.
Excellent.
It feels like home. I've been used to AC/DC stuff all my life, really. Well, it feels like it anyway. So, then we'll take you to Auckland. We'll go and put you on the harbour. We'll have a meal out on the harbour. Get a little fissy paste, and then we'll go and attack some stages. What do you reckon? Let's go to work.
It sounds like the best date ever.
Yeah, exactly. Now, having said that, will you guys be bringing your wives and everything like that?
Are you paying for it?
No. But if you were, I can
Like it's Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, okay, same here actually, but I can rest you assured that if you did bring your wives, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever, Barbara is an Olympic shopper.
Great.
Oh boy.
She would know how to instruct these young ladies how to spend your money.
Perfect.
At the dollar store.
Yeah, well, you kind of wish, don't you? But no, Barbara's a little more upscale than that, I gotta be honest with you. She knows how to make money disappear. You know, it's like her magic trick. Give me your credit card and you'll have nothing in it by the time I'm finished. Promise.
Good magic trick.
Yeah, my superpower is making beer disappear.
I'm with you.
I'm
from the same school.
Yeah,
I think we had the same teacher.
yeah, studied under the same hangover, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Love that, absolutely. So, guys, this takes us to Lost in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been lost in Austin?
No, been there, but not lost. This song was more about a story, sort of an idea. It was a nightmare I had one night, and then it sort of turned into the song. Just an idea of good versus evil, and sort of the battle that it ensues. And instead of the evil or the good winning, the evil sort of wins. But you know, it's one of those kind of stories.
I get it, I really do, and I love it as well. So, right here at Galaxy 107 FM is ShoCore Live and Lost in Austin. Wow, I'm sweating. Absolutely sweating. How you feeling, guys? You comfortable?
You good, man? Yeah, good. I just got to run to the fridge for a second.
Go for it.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay, I dare you. Bring the fridge. Share. Dear. Who's joining us this morning?
Well, I'll tell you who we've got. We've got Cheryl, Arnold, Georgette. We've even got Moondog.
Moondog, brother.
Tina from Germany.
Tina from Germany.
Tim, of course. Rod Black, and we've got Gear in Norway.
Oh, my
Good
brother.
evening,
My
Gear.
Viking brother.
Billy D and William.
Nice. Gear, I saw a picture of your black vehicle. Love it. Is he home now? Or is he still...
Yeah, no, he's in isolation.
That was so freaky,
Norway's
Gear.
shut down.
That was so freaky, it really was. I'm talking to the manager of a band coming out of Norway, guys.
I'm sure Tim would have mentioned...
the Viking Queen? That's
Yeah, that's the band. I'm
Gear's
talking.
tuned in.
I've got Gear, the manager. I'm tuned in right now, listening to everything. That guy was put into a safe house by the police because people tried to extort $100,000 out of him.
Who? Wow.
That's so rock and roll.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you know, he
extort the money.
Yeah, he got this extortion deal going on where they were, you know, if he didn't pay, they were going to kill him and stuff like that. So he did the right thing. They put him into protective custody for a little while, and I've heard that they actually caught these people, which is damn good. But what a rock and roll lifestyle this guy has.
Don't they know people in rock and roll don't have money?
Yeah, exactly.
He says, hell yeah, I'm home and relax. That's what he's
Nice,
just
I hope he's
to
got
us.
the dog too.
Hey, whatever. We made 20 cents on Spotify last month.
No, hey! Let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 1 away from 12 o'clock, 22 degrees. It's scaringly getting close to Barbara's prediction of 23 degrees. And, we've still got plenty of day to go. Have faith. I think I'm going to win this one today, even though she took it out yesterday. Thursday, March 26th. And I'm joined, absolutely elated to be joined, coming out of Vancouver, Canada, by Sho Murray and Corey White. Now, Corey, you're familiar with Viking Queen. I'm sure Tim's told you all about this.
He has, actually, yeah.
Yep. I'm just going to have a little chat to, of course, our good friend, the manager of Viking Queen. Of course, I'm talking about Gear Miranda. And going to ask him if he would keep a lazy eye on you guys as well, because believe me, I think there's a huge amount of potential to get ShoCore playing over in Norway in some of the big shows over there. What do you think about that?
Fantastic. Absolutely.
So he's watching right now, and he's going to be bringing, of course, not only Viking Queen, and of course the Mighty One is coming to play in New Zealand for New Zealand audiences as well. Maybe we can do something similar with you guys. And, of course, Gear's got his finger on the pulse of so many different bands over there that we can mash something together and make another show where we can showcase your guys' entertainment skills here in New Zealand in front of New Zealand audiences. Now, do you think it's feasible?
I think so. I mean, I can't see why it wouldn't be. It'd be interesting if we all went together with the Mighty One. Bob is in ShoCore as well, and Tim, and so I don't know if that would work out. Everybody'd be too tired, but it'd be sure be fun.
Well, the thing is that, I may look it, but I'm not old. And I get into a lot of trouble. You see, I believe in shenanigans. You know what I mean? So
I do.
when you say you're going to be tired, believe me, you're going to be absolutely ass tired.
All right, then we're definitely in.
Nice, I like that. Put aside a little bit of bonded, a bit of bond money. No, not bondage.
Oh, the
I'm going to
bondage.
say bondage gear, and that scared the crap out of me.
No, we're not talking about Barbara now.
All right.
A bit of bail money might be what's required, because believe me, we do love to have a lot of fun here in New Zealand, and lots of alcohol is included. And at the moment, and I'm going to go down this road right now, of the 5 questions from the 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, yeah, everybody's going here, but it is something I'm going to do now, guys. Be afraid, because this is rather amusing. It really is. Being Canadians, you're exempt because we're not going to include your Canadian Prime Minister, but in the UK, of course, is the UK Prime Minister, just won it, Boris Johnson. Here in New Zealand, our Prime Minister is Jacinda Ardern, doing a wonderful job, by the way. In Germany, there is Angela Merkel. She's the Chancellor of Germany. Then in America, there's Donald Trump. Which is the odd one out?
The odd one out.
Trump.
Well, there's Donnie, there's Boris, Angela, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I tell you, believe me, Corey's already got it right. He went for Donald Trump, only because he's the colour of his impeachment that almost happened.
Yeah.
That's
True.
And you got to wonder
Donnie.
you got to wonder about that thing on top of his head. What do they feed that at night?
I wonder, do they keep it in a cage? Or does it run free? Is it free range?
Well, does it have its own room?
Well, maybe, eh? Maybe. At least has its own bed, for sure.
Well, it could be classed as the First Lady if it's female.
yeah, it could be.
It really could be. But believe me, yeah, he is the strange colour. All the rest of the politicians, that's what it is, the old one out. All the rest of the politicians. He's a caretaker member of the power, basically. He's only there for 4 years, then has to run again for 4 years, can't do it again.
Well, we'll wait and see. He might just change that to make so he can stay in forever.
Oh, no, not another Putin.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not doing it so I can stay in power forever, and no, it's not happening. But then, guess what? Fired the Prime Minister. Now, are you familiar with James Bond?
Sure.
Okay. While James, of course, we're talking about Daniel Craig, was making the very last of his series of James Bond, he's broken his ankle. 12 weeks down and can't do any filming. So, of course, the franchise owners and everybody like that of the management gets together and comes up with this wonderful idea that we're going to turn James Bond into a female. Now, they put that out to the world. The world said, no, don't do it. M. Fleming wrote James Bond as a man. Moneypenny, yeah, it was Moneypenny, but come on, James is a guy. So their solution is we're going to cross-reference James Bond male, James Bond female, and come up with a gay James Bond.
Oh, sure, why not?
Do you know what they're going to call him?
What?
07.
07.
Oh, boy. You're the king of dad jokes.
Yeah, thank you. It took me all month one night to learn that joke. It really did. Now, have you guys tried vegan sausages?
Once he starts, he never stops.
No?
No.
No? I ask everybody this. Are they made of real vegans?
Oh, Soylent vegan?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Girl Guide biscuits. Are they made of real Girl Guides?
Ooh. I have a theory that this new Beyond Meat burgers that are taking over are really Soylent Green or be made out of people.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate for Save the Carrot. I like my green peas, but I like to save the carrot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Copy that.
having said that, and believe me, I think we were having a little break from the referendum right now, but we have a couple of referendums going on in New Zealand. Now, my difficulty with this is we pay politicians to make decisions, not make decisions and hand it back to the public to be able to make the decisions for them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right.
Right, so our referendums here in New Zealand right now, and knowing that you guys are Canadian, what's your take on decriminalising or legalising medical marijuana?
It's legal here. We're into it.
You're into it?
Yeah.
And is it a benefit to the country?
Well, so far here, Joe, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. It's a double-edged sword for me. I think it's great that people don't have to be criminalized for possessing and having marijuana, but it's, once you add the government into anything, it turns into a mess.
Yeah.
To say it nicely.
Believe me.
The problem is here that they've decriminalized it, legalized it, basically recreationally, and then the government's sort of trying to manage it, and they're doing a poor job of it. It's just that it's not being done well at all. That's really the bottom line.
Right. And of course, at the same time, here in New Zealand, we are looking at that right now. And I'm going to give you a little story. The other day, well, a couple of weeks ago, I was walking down the main street of my town here. And you know those little old people that drive those little carts on the road, on the footpath, the little people moving carts, complete with a flag too, by the way. It was sort of metallic red, candy apple red, I think it was. This little man comes racing up to me in his cart and he goes, Grant, marijuana oil's good for your joints.
He's right on both counts.
Exactly. I went, absolutely. It is, yes, you're right. Absolutely. But he was dead serious. He really, really was. So I'm so pleased that he's discovered this. Yeah, absolutely am. Now, the other referendum we have, and this is a rather heavy and serious one, but being intelligent people like yourselves, I'm going to ask you your opinion. And as like everybody knows, an opinion is an opinion. It's not gospel or anything like that. It's just how you feel. Now, our other referendum here in New Zealand is we're looking at legalising euthanasia. What's your thoughts?
I believe it's legal here now in Canada. And my personal thought is, yeah, if somebody wants to end their life, I think they should have that right.
Yeah, I feel...
Yeah. Not serious on this, DJ Grant.
Well,
that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, okay, I feel sorry for you about that, but I do feel that if the medical requirement comes to that, I think we should be able to relieve that patient whenever necessary, if you know what I mean. It's not just killing people; it's actually helping these people in the right mode. Don't you feel?
Yes.
Okay. Having said that, you said I got serious on you. Well, I'm going to tell you now, guys. Personally, I want to die like my grandfather, peacefully in his sleep, unlike the passengers in his car at the time.
Yes.
Oh.
I want to die.
You led me down the garden path. You led me down the garden path.
I want to die like John Entwistle did.
Fair enough. That's a shocker.
It is a shocker.
Grant's
So,
gonna
guys,
come back
tell
as
me
a
about
ghost.
shocker.
Well, Sal came up with the riff, hey? Show?
Yeah, that was the song that Sal wrote, and then he brought it into us, and Corey threw down his lyrics, and that was it.
It was just it was screaming for like a fast-paced race car rock type of speedy lyric delivery, and we love those kind of songs. We kind of put one on each record, and
a little bit of Van Halen in there, I think.
A little bit of Van Halen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I love this song. It's fast. It's a good driving song.
I got to be honest with you. This was one of the songs where I pulled over in my car turned up the stereo, opened up the doors, cracked a cold one, and just absolutely loved it. Right here at Galaxy, it's ShoCore Live and Shocker. How you feeling, guys? You okay?
Yeah, good, buddy. You?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry that...
Hi, Move Penny. Hi,
Move
Ryan.
Penny.
Hope you've got new music for us.
Move Penny. Guys,
And
literally,
Denise, I
when
hope
we get you
everyone's
guys
safe
down
in
here in
New
New
York.
Zealand, we've got to
We're
hook
on
you up with
total
Move Penny.
lockdown now.
And
I'm naughty. I'm at work.
If
today. I'll
you
be
go
home for the
online,
rest of the
look for
time,
Move
though.
Penny.
Home tomorrow.
Opie, sorry?
I was just talking to the Facebook.
Okay, yeah, if you go online and have a look at the song Children Cry, Opie, Let Your Children Cry, have a
I'll
look
send
at
it. I'll send it.
Oh,
to-
Barbara's going to
I'll
send
send
it
it to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure Merv would love to open for you guys. You know what I mean?
yeah, because he's going to open for Gear and Tim anyway.
Yeah, he's opening for Gear and Tim anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
beautiful.
we could take them up to the top of the North Island, up by Merv's place, and do a show up there as well.
Yeah, that's what we
Absolutely.
intend to do.
Yeah. Okay. Good one. Good one. Barbara's onto it. She's booking things already for you.
Well, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, we
That's
just
wonderful.
need sponsors though.
Yeah, we do. Anyway, let's go back to the desk.
All right.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Well, 14 after 12 o'clock, it is 21 degrees. Kind of worried that it's going to stay there. It needs to go up a little bit more by about 3 points at least. Thursday, March 26th, and I am absolutely elated to be joined by Sho Murray and Corey White, coming from the band ShoCore. And guys, it is an absolute pleasure to be able to get your enlightenments on everyday things that are happening around the world right now. Now, tell me, this thing with COVID-19, how bad is it affecting your part of the world right now?
I think we're a stage behind you. We're still, we still have more than essential services happening. We still have door delivery, and we still have liquor stores open, and we still have, parks are still open. They're slowly closing the parks. They've asked people not to gather in groups of more than 5, I think, at this point. And just don't visit. Stay home. It's not that. I think the next level is where you guys are. I think we're maybe if it doesn't curve or flatten the curve, as they say, in the next couple of days we'll be exactly where you are. I think at the level 4.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to have gatherings of more than 100, and that was rather concerning to us just a few days ago, because
All the alcohol
at some
shops
stage
are closed. No alcohol.
there is going to
for
be
you
people
guys.
who pass away, and there's people from overseas that are going to want to come to the funeral, stuff like that. And believe me, that's going to disrupt that whole episode as well. Don't forget, people want to get married, and you can't have, more than 100 people, which is, again, restricting. But at the same time, I'm so pleased it's better than 5, because believe me, around this place, that's half of one family.
Right.
What are you going to do with the kids? Throw them outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an overflow. Out you go. Never mind. We want more than 5. Yeah, we do. Our whānau is very, very cherishing to us. We want to make sure that everybody's family. Whānau, which is a married term or married word for the word family. And we absolutely want to take care of our whānau here in New Zealand. We really do. And we want you guys over there to be able to take care of your guys and your families especially look after your pets as well, because believe me, this is not a time to negate your pets. My concern is, under lockdown, is there now the pressure point where maybe a little domestic violence due to cabin fever might be more prominent?
Yeah, it's always something that could happen. I mean, we're worried about our homeless situation here as well. There's a ton of people in the streets, and because of the borders being closed, all the opioids aren't coming into the country, and the homeless population in the downtown east side here in Vancouver are running out of drugs, and so it's starting to ramp up to violence. So there's a lot of things that are happening because of this as a sideline because of what's going on right now. It's a pretty scary time in the world for sure.
You know, my friend, I hadn't actually considered that side of it. I really, really hadn't. But at the same time, here in New Zealand, if you're in a camper van or anything like that and you're parked up, that's where you're staying. You're not going any further than that. And you've got to be 20 metres apart from each other. So just stay there, hang out, make sure it works. You know what I mean? Don't go driving all over the countryside thinking that you're going to get away with it. You're not. Believe me, the government is keeping an eye on it. But I hadn't considered the opiate side of it over your way. It doesn't seem to be as bad here in New Zealand just yet. But believe me, I think there will be a lot of people out there looking for the recreational stuff now that, it's going to be a little harder to get hold of. And I feel sorry for them on that part.
Yeah, prices have gone up, and I guess demand is through the roof, and addiction is still an issue. So there's going to be something. The dam is going to break.
Exactly, and we have a new phenomenon here in New Zealand. It's called the the shopper, the panic buyer here in New Zealand. Never seen one of these creatures live before, but believe me, going past all the supermarkets, they seem to be collecting there these days. I don't know why people just drop their panic buyer off at a supermarket.
Yeah, we're calling them COVIDiots here.
COVIDiots. Yeah, well, there's that as well. There really is. But yeah, in New Zealand, we've called them the panic buyer. And if you don't want your panic buyer, just drop it off at any supermarket. They congregate there freely, apparently.
Wow.
But having said that, Corey, the other day, I was auctioning off a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah. You got a bar of gold, I'm sure.
I got a $175 offer from Australia.
Oh, man.
And I promised as soon as the money hit my bank account, I'll put it in an envelope and post it over there quick smart.
Right, nice.
Yeah, but the only problem was I could only, they could have it in any colour they wanted as long as it came in white.
Is it happening there too, though? People are hoarding toilet paper?
They're hoarding everything these days, but as I was mentioning about the panic buyer, over the last couple of weeks it's gone from toilet paper, hand sanitizer, wipes, eggs, flour, milk. Believe me, it seems to go in stages. We'll go, by the time they're in, at the end of it, they might be able to make a cake and wipe their face afterwards.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's been exactly the same here.
Very surreal times, Corey. It really, really is. And it's, we may be able to make a little bit of fun out of it because, believe me, I think we need to have a little silver lining from time to time to take the seriousness of this. Just have a respite in the seriousness of it. But having said that, it is a very, very serious subject. It really is. And we're lucky at the moment, just over 200 people have the disease here in New Zealand. No deaths yet, which is very, very important to us.
Yeah,
great.
Super lucky.
Unlike Italy, though, 700 overnight.
Wow. Yeah, those numbers are huge. I heard that this morning.
Yeah, but
I don't remember what our numbers are here. I know that
I could get my research team onto it. They can tell you within minutes, really. But having said that, in Italy, it's an aging population there, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was talking to another band earlier on this morning, Lola Montez, and they were commenting on, of course, being an aging population. I said, yes, but the longevity of the people over there is primarily, and it's been proven, to oil,
Olive oil.
olive oil. Yeah.
Olive oil.
Yeah, they drink it. They pretty much bloody bath in it, actually, don't they? And it seems to preserve them inside and out.
Right.
You know, that's the very definition, basically, of a walking mummy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
It could be, actually. It really could be. But
Yeah.
having said, I mean, they even dip their bread in it and eat it, you know, like butter and stuff like that. So, yes, olive oil seems to have the longevity secret. That's the clue right there. But then, you know, there was the soldiers that went in and found a whole rest home of dead elderly over there because people just left them to die. That's the wrong thing to do, don't you think?
Oh wow, yeah. You know, the problem is that and the fact that there's no beds left in the hospitals. I mean, that's what's happening all over the world now.
Exactly.
It's not just the people that are getting the COVID that are dying. It's people who are having other issues. A guy who has a heart attack, a guy who's got a stroke. All the people who need to get into hospitals for urgent care can't get in because the beds are full of people who are sick with this disease.
Exactly.
With this virus.
Exactly.
So it's pretty far-reaching. It's not just the COVID itself. It's because of the COVID is taking up so much of our resources in every country.
Absolutely, Corey. I am right there with you. And believe me, there is other things going on in the world besides COVID. And you know,
I
sometimes...
know, ShoCore just put out a new single.
There you go. Exactly. And believe
Don't
me...
let it bring you down, man. Don't let it bring you down.
And that's what we opened up with, the brand spanking new
Right,
single.
that's right.
Absolutely. So, we're at the other end of this right now, so I want to taste To Have It. Tell me all about that.
Sho, you want to go?
Well, in our earlier years, we like to have a lot of fun, and sometimes that fun turned into a little more than just having fun, and that's what that song's about. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. We had a taste for having fun, and took over for a little bit, and
Turned into a habit.
We're older and wiser now, and life is good.
Now we pick our ponies more properly.
Well, okay,
Cheers.
that might explain you guys, but I'm just older. I don't know about wiser, to be honest with you. But I think you guys and I are going to have a lot of fun when we get together. Here at Galaxy 107 FM and ShoCore, taste To Have It. Gosh, Barbara, I am so sweaty.
Thanks, brother. Awesome.
So after this, we'll wrap this up here, but don't go anywhere just yet because we'll do a couple of very quick videos. One for our website, because believe me, we'll do a shout outs for the website with the amount of traffic that we have. And right now we have 5,946,000 online listening to this interview. So
Holy cow.
you know, when we put it on our website, people don't only live stream us, they go and have a look at everything on there. And I've got to be honest, Sho, sometimes I feel very oogled. They go through everything. So they go and have a look, literally, and before you know it, you've got another 5,000 Instagram fans. Now, you're going to be busy doing this, guys. You really are.
I hope so. Thank you.
Other than that, we will do another video after that because we have a sister company in Jacksonville, Florida, and they're a late night television company, and they have about 60,000 viewers every night. They take our videos, our interviews that we do, everything like that. Of course, they cut them up so it's all time restraints for them, and they put in music as well, your music and all that sort of stuff. And we'll do a little shout out for them as well, because believe me, they may even get in touch with you. Next time you're in Jacksonville, drop on in. They'll do something live, you know what I mean? So believe me, it's worthwhile doing.
Awesome.
At the same time,
Thank you.
We'll do some crazy photos. I feel sorry for you guys with the crazy photos. I do. You know, it could be stuff.
Thanks very much for doing this, guys. We really appreciate it.
Oh, believe me, bro, I'm so honoured. I really do appreciate you guys and love your music. I really do. So, will you come back again and do another one in the near future?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 27 after 12 o'clock, 20 degrees. It's sort of fluctuating. A little worried about it actually. I predict it's going to be 24 degrees today. Plenty of day left there. There really is. Thursday, March 26th, and I'm so elated to be joined by, of course, ShoCore coming out of Vancouver, Canada, and I'm talking about Sho Murray, Corey White, and well, you know, guys, that wraps it up for this part of the show. But I would be very, very honoured in the very, very near future to get back to you, do an interview again about Devil Rock Disco, and would you come back again with brand spanking new music? Can we release it to the world?
We would love to come back. Love to come back. I got a lot of static on my line. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay, maybe we just put that there for the hell of it.
It's a good effect.
Yeah, it makes it sound like those old records when you, back in the day. Have you noticed how many bands are bringing back that sound when they record stuff these days? They got that old record sound to it.
Scratch coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's almost all I can hear right now.
You know, I was listening to one the other day, and I was saying to my production team, that's not a scratch. That's actually a blip in it, and it keeps on going backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards. My production team says, "Oh, we thought that was rap."
Oh, there we go. That's better.
Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up right now, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and for tolerating me here in New Zealand as well. It can't have been a very easy job to be able to do that, but we would be very, very honoured. Now, I've got to let you know, as an engineer, as a DJ, I don't listen to music as a normal fan would listen to it. I listen to it as an engineer does. I break it down in its increments. I listen to each and every part of it. And I've got to be honest, I can't fault your guys' work anywhere. I really, really can't. So please, keep making new music. Keep releasing it. Come back again. Let's talk about it in the future. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I reckon that's a good idea. Thank you.
Nice. And guys, the reason
Joe's the engineer, so all that good work that's him.
Well, Sho, you and I have something in common, and I'm going to give you the almighty grail. You're doing a great job. Don't stop doing it. Corey, don't stop writing. Don't stop singing. Don't stop producing music. Without you guys,
brother.
I wouldn't have a job, so I need you to do this.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. We don't have a job without you.
Well,
Yep.
you know,
Appreciate Galaxy 107. We
well,
appreciate you guys.
you know, guys, I appreciate that very, very much. I really, really do. Hang in there. But in the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here's Pat Benatar.